For member statements today, we'll hear from the honourable members for the districts of Exploits, Fortune Bay, Cape Lahune, Stephenville-Port, Terra Nova, and Placentia West-Bellevie. The honourable the member for Exploits.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise in this honourable House today to recognise the towns of Botwood, Peterview and Northern Arm, as well as Central Health, on the joint hosting on April 11th of their annual Volunteer Appreciation Dinner, hosted this year at the Salvation Army Citadel in Peterview. Each year sees the event hosted on a rotating basis by the three communities during Volunteer Week to honour the many volunteers in the region and to announce each town's Volunteer of the Year. The guest speaker for this year's event was Robert Anniford of Northern Arm, who spoke to the value of volunteers, with the evening coming to a close with Christine Luscombe of Botwood, Woody Hibbs of Peterview, and both Maxine Fisher and Sheila Hart of Northern Arm being named their community's Volunteer of the Year. Mr. Speaker, I ask all honourable members to join with me in recognising the sponsoring towns, Central Health, and our volunteer community on this unique partnership and shining example of regional cooperation. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. The honourable member for the district of Fortune Bay, Cape Lahune.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, it's an honour to stand today and pay tribute to a man that was the embodiment of what it means to be from the South Coast. Calvin Shepherd, or Calv as he was known, was hard-working, fun-loving, and held in the highest regard by all who knew him. He proudly married his lifelong love, Margaret Yarn. They had two children, James and Megan, and Calvin became the well-known owner of Yarn Store Limited. I can state personally that if you had the pleasure to spend time with Calv, he immediately left a positive impression on you, and you had yourself a true friend. He had an infectious smile, a caring heart, and treated all who knew him with the utmost respect. Mr. Speaker, in the fall of 2017, many people were devastated to learn that Calv had been diagnosed with brain cancer. He fought this disease courageously, but on August 28, 2018, the stars on the South Coast shone dimmer when Calv passed away at the age of only 59 years old. I ask all members of this House to join me in paying tribute to Mr. Calvin Shepherd, a man who was loved, admired, and respected by many, and whose memory will live on for years and years to come. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. The honourable member for the district of Stephenville-Port.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. On Sunday, March 24th, the Bay St. George Sick Children's Foundation held its 24th annual telethon at the College of the North Atlantic in Stephenville. Formed in 1995, their mandate is to lessen the financial burden on families with children that need to travel outside the Bay St. George region for medical appointments. Over the past 12 years, the Foundation has assisted hundreds of families, paying for over 800 trips, including 3,200 plus nights of accommodations costing just over $770,000. This year's telethon raised $52,303 over a 9-hour period, thanks to the generosity from individuals, businesses throughout the Bay St. George region, as well as those who made pledges from all across the country. I wish to say a sincere thank you to the Foundation's chair, Marcia McInnes, her amazing board of directors, as well as the College of North Atlantic, Eastlink, and the over 80 community volunteers who gave freely of their time to make this a success. I ask all members to join me in congratulating the Bay St. George Sick Children's Foundation on their successful telethon and applaud them for their ongoing efforts for assisting families in need. Hear, hear. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. The honourable member for the district of Terra Nova.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I would venture to say that every Newfoundlander and Labradorian living in or outside the province knows the ballad of saltwater joys, or have sung to the pits, and Sarah, Sarah, won't you come out tonight? Formed in Glovertown in 1985, Buddy Wass's name and the other fellers have entertained us for more than 30 years. Throughout this time, band members, comedian Kevin Blackmore, songwriter Wayne Chalk, and accordion player Ray Johnson have played to sold-out audiences all across the country. Amongst their long list of accomplishments, this gut-busting trio have produced 20 albums containing 85 original songs, been recognized as Music Entertainer of the Year and Artist of the Year, received 2 ECMA nominations, and been featured numerous times on CBC and CTV. Mr. Speaker, on May 30th, Kevin, Wayne, and Ray will not be going up to the gravel pit. They will be off to St. John's to receive honorary doctorate degrees from Memorial University of Newfoundland in recognition of their tremendous contributions to the social, cultural, and artistic fabric of this province. I ask my honourable colleagues to join me in congratulating Dr. Kevin Blackmore, Dr. Wayne Chalk, and Dr. Ray Johnson on this milestone achievement. Bravo.
The honourable member for the district of Placentia West-Bellevie.
Mr. Speaker, I rise today to recognize a group of healthcare professionals who are making a difference on the Burin Peninsula. Mr. Speaker, as members well know, issues relating to mental health and addictions have been on the rise across the province. Ensuring patients could access counselling services was crucial, but 3 years ago the wait time in the Burin Peninsula was 8 months long, sitting at 180 people. Talented members of the Eastern Health staff based in Marystown combine their expertise, compassion, and desire to do good for those they serve, and along with government support, change the model of delivery from an appointments-based system to a walk-in service. This has cut the wait time to 0, eliminated the no-show and cancellation rate for appointments, and has overall provided patients with timely access to the services they need. This approach, which was pioneered on the Burin Peninsula, is now in play in other regions of the province, such as Labrador City, St. Anthony, and Harbour Grace. The Burin Peninsula Eastern Health Team will be officially recognized for their efforts at the National Health Leadership Conference this June in Toronto. Mr. Speaker, I ask all members of this honourable House to join me in saluting members of the Burin Peninsula Eastern Health Team. Each of you are making a difference. Thank you for your work and congratulations. Thank you.